Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. There we go. We are going to do some modding stuff. 1.20 came out officially. I think it came out yesterday. And we're on 1.20.1 already. Whoops. But I gotta look. Here. Settings. Controls. Still no dismount. Nope, no dismount button. Well, that sucks. I was hoping that was snuck in there. Hey, Oder, how's it going? Looking at 1.20.1 now. So I got the changelog here. I just want to look at it fast, and then we will. I'll start opening up my mods, just spot checking things. Probably end with the machines mod. I'm doing things with that. So, what is this? No trespassing U.S. government property. Feel like that's a dig at the U.S. there. I feel like that's a dig. Although, I mean, our political stuff is kind of ridiculous right now. Let's see. Some soundtracks, hot ingots, buying and selling list. Let's see. Dezuta. Hey, how's it going? Oi. Vexus. You know, I glanced at. I was super busy with work the past couple of days. Got a lot of projects to do. We have a new system that the hospital's going to be going to for like patient stuff. So it's a huge migration, putting in a lot of time, upgrading where I can. Right, super busy. And I saw that my Discord was blowing up. Right, like blowing up. Lot of direct messages coming in, lots of stuff, right? And I'm like, let me guess, 1.20 came out, right? It was like yesterday. 1.20 came out, right? As a stable. Sure enough, 1.20 had come out yesterday. Discord blowing up, and I'm looking at some of the messages, and so, you know, people are just asking me directly. So I will say this to anyone watching: I'm working on it, y'all. Right? It's. Yeah, 1.20 is out, but if you read my previous statements on this, you know, waiting for a .3 or a .4, guess what? One day passed by and there was a .1, and it looks like, you know, there's still some issues there, a mountain of things to do. So calm down, y'all. It's coming, right? Yeah, right, Vexus? Yeah, lots of work. Glad they fixed server issues. Couldn't log in last night till very late. Miss you all time. Right, it's a fucking mountain of work from 119 to 120. It absolutely is. You know, it's a lot of work, a lot of unpaid work, right? Like, you got family, you got friends, you want to do things like play the game, right? Like, a lot of other things to do. So it's best to just be patient. It comes when it comes. Unless I want to, you know, just rip out updates and have, you know, crashes that I have to push out updates every day for, right? I am kind of bummed that we did not get the dismount. Yeah, this is so confusing, right? Like, you know what? This is where we should get the video, right? The trailer for 1.20. This right here, the stable version. Yeah, so I mean, not much here. I think that would be a huge issue with the reverb, like client crashes. Yeah, and mitigating against a bug. Yeah, a crash the server due to invalid player position. The whole claim to fame for this update was it's using UDP now. Right? That's not TCP. I'm not doing the handshake and getting a little burst of information and being like, okay, you could send me more and taking all. This is literally open up the faucet and then just getting everything you can. And this scares me. Right? That scares me. So, all right. So there wasn't too much there. Let's just hop into it. So I'm on 1.20.1 stable. right? Stable. Let's do Rustbound Magic. A lot of my mods should be pretty quick. Not gonna do a license key. No license key. All right, so that succeeded. This I have an update for. Let me go into mod info. So this would technically beta.12. I just didn't push it out yet because I've been busy. We're gonna hop in. We're gonna spot check some of the systems, make sure things are still looking good. Then we'll move on to my other mods. Then we're gonna end with the ViesCraft machines mod, which we will actually do some work on today. I figured out the mounting system already. It took me about 2 days to figure it out. It's different. Let's just hope that the synchronization is good. Let's hope so. All right, let's go to my creative world. Patiently waiting for most important mods to get updated. I'm totally good with playing 1.19.8 until my server needs to be restarted. Can't control it. Updating to a new stable. Oh, that sucks, man. You know, I've had a couple server hosts that were like that. Like, it's unfortunate. It's like, can you just not freaking update automatically? Like, just turn it off, you know? Or at least give me a button that says in the dashboard, like, hey, there's an update. This update is available. Would you like to update the server, right? Shut down and update the server. Don't assume that, you know, especially if it's a game with mods. Like, don't assume I always want the bleeding edge. Yeah, patiently waiting for most important mods. Yeah, that's been a lot of my recent times is work, family, actually trying to find time to relax, rinse, repeat. Yeah, same here. And it's only going to get busier for me. Like our Epic project has a due date, right? Like we got 3 months, hell or high water, to actually do this. Oh, look, it's beautiful, freaking beautiful. There we go. Freaking beautiful. Yeah, I'm right there with you though. Like I've been focusing more on work. You know, been trying to get out and run. I hate running. It's horrible. It's a slog, but you know, gotta also stay in shape to live longer, right? Didn't see. Yeah, true. I did see that they said they weren't done. That they were trying to include a way to tame elks without getting into the lore before it's done. So that gives me hope without involving pet AI with our stuff. Oh, nice. Which I did some more model variants. And then my Wacom's been funky. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you use that to do the... Oh, okay. The ma'am get support. Oh, no! That's unfortunate! Let me guess, Windows Update hit? That's what I've asked the maintainer to do. But he's really busy. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, that's the thing, though. Yeah, really busy. But you should be busy, you know, making things better for the people that are giving you money. You know what I mean? Like, if we're still talking about that server, they, you know, having it to where it doesn't automatically update, I would have prioritized that, because that's actually why I leave a lot of those kind of services, right? I have some stuff that's like blacklist. Like, yeah, I will never have a server with these guys because of that. Which I did more variant models. Okay, here we go. Drifters, water sliding across the ground, yeah. Running helps the memory. That's kind of driving me crazy, to be honest, that I can't draw. Disabled Windows updates for now. So I'm seeing particles. I didn't see any errors come up. Let me double check. Yeah, there were no errors that came up here. Let's spot check a couple spells here. Let's try the fear spell. You know what? Where's that drifter? Despawned, huh? It's unfortunate. Here we go. Here we go. We'll make sure fear still works. Is this guy stuck? This is actually literally broken here. Awesome. You, fear. Great update so far. There we go. Great update. All right, fear worked. Pretty sure everything else is going to work here. Like I said, I didn't see any issues. The only thing that I was working on was this type of fear. It wasn't exactly working, so I will have to figure that out. Not now. Let's shoot a spell. There we go. We'll cast Fireball through this. Let's get a staff. Go to equipment. We'll do the Archmage staff. Get rid of that. Oh, the fix should have went in for models. Dilly fixed it for us here. Dilly fixed it. So there was an issue before where if your models, your equipment that you had on were too complex and then you picked up a lot of items, it would lag you out. That should be fixed. So let's make sure. Let's pull up. You know what? We will do the Temporal Jonas gear. You know, we will do the... I don't know. We'll go with yellow. Yellow Temporal Jonas gear. Let's go with the best yellow Temporal Jonas gear. So we got that. Let's get the hat. Boop. Let's get the leggings. Boop. Let's get a band here. Let's do the Codex of Destruction. Oh, let me get the admin tool to get infinite mana. Boop. Oh, missing some chat here. Really messes with some things. So much green. So you get my Meteor Storm spell. Oh, the one that destroys the server environment? Yeah, that one. Fear me. I need a Feign Death spell. That would actually be pretty cool, like Feign Death. That was crazy seeing it. Creativity Frustration. I'm gonna make another staff for you. Yeah, I got the priest staff in. You see that? It's somewhere. There it is. There, we'll use the priest staff. We'll use the orange priest staff. Why not? Yeah, that bad boy. I got the glow on it. So like when you're holding it. Yeah, look at, oh wait, look at that, huh? Pretty cool. Whoops. Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, I already had armor on. I already had armor. Let me get rid of all that. Let's put this on. There we go. So that's on my wrist. I did have an issue before where the armor wasn't rendering. It looks like that's looking pretty good. All right, let's cast a spell. Insufficient mana. There we go. Particles are looking good. Projectile came through. There were no... nothing came up here. Let's make sure it's still accurate. Yep. All right. You know what? I'm thinking this is pretty good. Let's shoot a fireball. Oh, wait. That's not an actual fireball spell. Let's go under spells. And we're gonna test a couple things. We'll do fireball. I want to do soaring leap, and I also want to do mark of the Zephyr. We'll just test those spells out here. So make sure, bam, shoot a fireball. Yep, that was about 25 blocks. All right, let's pop on soaring leap. So it looks like my spell effects still work. Soaring leap. I had to change the global constants because the way things tick now, gravity is applied a little differently. So now you could jump the 3 blocks if you hold. You will just kind of bounce around 3 blocks high. Pairs very, very well with the speed spell. Mark of the Zephyr. Let's see if that one's looking good. Yep. So you can ascend again if you hold crouch. I think if you have both, you can hold space and it kind of slow falls you too. Oh, that's cool too. You can actually yeah, you could get a head start jump there. So like jump like that. So if you jump and crouch fast, yeah, you could get a burst. Wee. Cool. All right, those spells are looking good. It's making my frustration worse. Gonna check if they got a new... Yeah, I think they did a new VS model creator. I think so. Geez, that looks nutty. Little bowing when you hit the ground. Yeah, there's gonna be some weird things. But it is UDP now, so hopefully it all works out in the end. And there's probably gonna be a lot of iterations of this. Sweet. All right, you know what? Magic mod's looking good. Oh, perception effect. Let's hop back in one more time. There was an issue with the perception effect crashing. That's what I recently fixed. I just didn't push it out yet. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Here's my drink. I was really hoping for a dismount button. Really, really was. Perception effects. Where is a... Ah, over here. That's right. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Two, 1, 0. That countdown's pretty good. Let's go here. So that works pretty well. Kind of still jitters the right way, so I fixed that. Good. No crash anymore. Woohoo! Oh, and I changed the starter equipment. So this right here, the minstrel coat, they changed it. Like, I didn't realize it was shoulders before, but it actually has like armor model now, which clashes. So you no longer get that with the default Rust Mage. I think it's the Nadi or Alchemist. There's an Alchemist shirt that I liked. This one right here. So this is actually what you start off looking like now as a Rust Mage. So I thought that was pretty cool, because I'm like, that's similar to like the robe that I wanted to do with that feel of like the open coat with the connectors. So I'm like, you know what? Looks good. And it doesn't like glitch into anything unique. Look, even the boots change. Like they flare out a little bit now, like with your feet. Interesting. Sweet. I like that. That looks good. Yeah, I want to make my own version of it, but I just didn't have time. I have so many other mods to touch right now. Oh, I didn't check. Crap. I didn't check. We got to go back in one more time. I have to put all the equipment on, and then we have to check to see if it lags when you pick up a mass amount of items. Remember, because that was a bug in the previous version of the game. And with that, I can make a necromancer armor. I want to embed bones in the armor and make like a rib cage. It would have been a lot of shapes. And I want like the skull shoulder pads with like the horns coming out. And then for your face, like I want to do like a skull thing with like fangs coming down. I got ideas. Got ideas to do this. It's gonna be awesome. I like that. It looks good. Yeah, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. All right, so let me put this equipment back on. All right, and we're gonna just pull out a stack of 64 of that. 2, 3. We need a bag. Backpack slot. So this was the problem. You throw a bunch of these out, right? And then we will put that in, right? So picking up an item, putting it directly in a bag slot. The problem before, it was sending packets each time you pick something up to re-render your player shape, right? All of your armor and everything. So the problem was when your armor was too beefy, right? Too many shapes, it lagged horrifically. Game mode 1. That is smooth. Dilly, thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, magic mod, it's good. It's good to go. I will later, after the stream, I will have another release for the beta version 12 for the supporters to test out. As long as people aren't finding any more crashes with 1.20, we should be squared away. Should be pretty good. So, Rustbound Magic. Whew. Done. Next mod. Rust Stones. That's an easy one. It should be easy. Ooh. One thing at a time. Mythic Legends, yeah, it's on there. It's on the list. I really want to use those Wyverns for like the magic mod. I want to make like elemental versions of those and have them shoot like the fire one to shoot fireballs and do like fire wave and stuff like that. What mod was this? I think this. Oh, okay, this was Rust Stone. Rust Stones. Let's just we'll go into delete me. My Rex, gotta help me destroy the trees. You know, it's a well-known fact that Tyrannosaurus Rex like to eat trees. They're like big termites, right? Is that how it works? Oh, this was... So I did this to show, like, some people thought that we actually had like oceans to explore, like worth exploring. So I had to show that we in fact still did not. I don't like raining on the parade there, but I also want people to understand what they're getting, right? Because they also wanted me to finish the submarine machine. And I said no. I didn't say no. It's on the list. Alright, Rust Stones. I don't have to do too much with this one. I already checked it with the old 1.20 release candidate. We're just going to use the admin versions of this because I'm more concerned about this stuff working here. So, oh yeah, that's right. Gotta hold it. World spawn 000. Yep, so that takes me to the world spawn. Perfect. Let's bind our point next to this tree. Oh, channeling failed. I have to wait. I like seeing oceans more alive. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff, like, you know, like the stuff in the water looks good, but oceans are not more alive right now. You know, like towards the shore, you'll see some of this, but when you go into the ocean, it's nothing there. Unless maybe you're lucky and that thing that they showed. Is that kelp ball? Yeah, well, you got this, right? But this is towards the shore. If you go out, movement speed. Hold on. Let me get a creative block here. Creative. There is something bright. That doesn't really work. But see, now that I'm in the ocean, there's nothing here. It's still all muddy gravel. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's... So if you're by the shore, yeah, I hate it too. I hate it too. Because I have a submarine made. Like, for underwater exploration, but there's nothing to explore, so I'm like... Why bother making that a priority to send out? You know? Like, I have so many other things to work on. It stinks. But, you know, maybe I'll get there. I'm hoping that there's, like, I'm hoping we get real dimensions, like Minecraft. I'm hoping we get animated textures. I'm hoping maybe the world gen becomes a little more like Minecraft. I feel like they had something going on with, like, the biomes, right? And then being able to create a biome... And then specifying the world gen and like what connects into that, you know what I mean? Because like this right here isn't, you know, you see one mountain, you see them all. I want sunken ships and chests at the bottom. Yee. Lunatic Mag, hey, stopping by to say hi before going to sleep. Well, hello, thank you so much for the sub 7 months. Nice, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, and there'll be an update. There'll be an update for the magic mod. I don't know if you just came in. It's ready. I just have to update GitHub. But go sleep. It's not coming out right now. Rest up. And thanks for stopping by. I kind of like that there's basalt here. I feel like this was a waste. Like I really like basalt and granite in this game. I like those two rocks quite a bit. All right, so let's go here. So the admin warp stone. Oh, let's just try and activate this now. I can't remember if in this world I already had a point set. Okay, no bound point set. It did spawn a rift because of the teleportation. That's great. So let's go over here. You have to hold sneak. There we go. So I engraved that point into the stone. So now if I come over here and activate this, I should teleport right over there. Boop. Yep. And wherever you use the stones from, it opens up a portal, right? Because the idea is you go through the Rust world to teleport back home. That's looking good. All right. This mod, I say, is donezo. Another one down. Swish. All right, next mod. Another slam dunk. Vice blocks. I think this one still has some work to do. Work that I don't want to do yet. We're gonna rebuild. I think, okay, yeah, because their clay is different, so I have to figure out what textures are gonna be like, what textures to use for clay, because it's different now. Same. I've been keeping track in the Discord server. Just still too inexperienced to really give much input. That's all good. As long as you're having fun with it, right? As long as you're having fun, then it's worth it. My Discord, I honestly haven't seen anything people put in Discord like in the past 2 days. I've been busy with work, and I logged in briefly this morning, and I saw that I had a lot of private messages from like people I don't know, and there was some talk and stuff going on in the main Discord. Like I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna answer anything now. I'll answer it like a little later today. I have only so much time to live stream. Durag. The stuff you doing in vintage is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, I get a lot of people recommending your stuff. Yeah, keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we did the magic mod. We did the rust stones mod. That's ready for 1.20. We are gonna look at vice blocks. I think I have to remap textures, and I think I need to figure out the fate of storage beds and the comfort doll. We got to figure that out too. Delete me. You know what? We'll go into delete me. Ah, I like this song, but I will put shuffle on. Nice, won a trivia contest and won the BIS item on EQ's THJ. Oh, nice. Nice. Trivia contest. That sounds kind of neat. Did you, Oder, did you see, there was a little snippet of information, and honestly it got me excited about EverQuest. I can't remember the guy's name. There was an interview with, like, I guess he's like the lead director since the Windrunner person. That she went to WoW, right? I can't remember her name. I've been a little out of touch, but it's just one of those things that I read. That person had confirmed that they are working on another EverQuest, but it's not right to call it EverQuest 3 because apparently from what was said, it's like a remake of EverQuest 1. And I saw that and I'm like, if you give me EverQuest 1 with like updated system mechanics and a new look, but with the core gameplay and like the way the spells work and stuff, and then if you do something like that, you're gonna ruin my life. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get me addicted again, and I'm gonna just no life it. Windstalker, yeah, Holly, yeah. It's been working a WoW Classic as the lead, yeah. I know she went over to WoW. Yeah, I think it was WoW Classic. I liked her. She was all right. was all right. Holly Longdale, yeah. I just knew it as like Windrunner, Windstalker. You know Windstalker, right? Because in EverQuest 2, they had the Windstalker's village in Antonica, right? That's how I would remember her name. Like, oh, that's all right. But yeah, man, imagine an EverQuest 1. Like the spells and all the classes and the race combos and the languages and having to do things to like get your points up, right? You got to meditate to get better at it and cast your spells to get better at like alteration. And imagine that core with like a new hood, or oh my god, it'd be unreal. Unreal. Let's hope. Let us hope. Let me tell you, if I was a billionaire, I would buy, like, I think I would buy the EverQuest IP, and I'd be like, all right, y'all are gonna stop all this other crap. You know what? Maintenance mode. You are not gonna put out another EverQuest 1, you know, expansion pack. You are all working on the next new EverQuest that I want to play. I'm gonna take some elements from here to there. It would take forever, but man, I'd be happy doing it, let me tell you. Ellie Windstalker is also an NPC in Surefall Glade. Oh, really? You know what? Maybe. Does she have the, you know, I can't remember. It sounds familiar. It's been so many years since I played. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have to look at the mod here. Gotta look. Okay, yeah, so this is the, these are the errors that I'm seeing here. Looks scary. Really, it's just the clay blocks. I used to have fire clay and blue clay, and I believe brown clay as well for my clay types, but clay's different now. And those textures no longer exist because I was using the base game textures. Those textures no longer exist in the current mod. So really, it's the advanced windows, the windows, and the what is it called? Chimneys. The chimneys. The clay versions of those, right? Because I got the clay brick version here. So yeah, I have to figure out how I'm going to do all of that. And I got to figure out the sleep system. I like the storage bed idea, but there's a couple problems with it, right? The storage bed, this was back in a day where the bed system was kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say garbage, but you sleep and it just like wrecks all of your stats, right? You know, like I just remember going to sleep and being like, yep, there goes all my food. So I guess now my next when I get out of bed, I gotta figure out my food situation again, and then I get to play for like 10 minutes until I go to bed again, right? You know, like it felt crappy. So making my own storage beds where it was like, well, give them an 8-slot container, right? I feel like it's not enough to justify making a storage bed. And you get the bonus, right? Like you get warm, like you warm yourself up in the bed, but that wasn't like completely necessary either. The comfort dolls, like being able to heal, it's cool, but it's at the expense of having to have an all new sleeping system, right? Because that sleeping system doesn't really work with the bed, the current beds. And there's some mod conflicts too, right? Like if you have like the sleep vote mod, that looks for the mod system of sleep, right? The sleep mod system, not mine, right? So if you have someone that's sleeping in my bed, never will those two things meet. So there's a lot more problems than there are solutions, for this stuff. I mean, if people like the shape of the bed, I could keep it like, it's just like a regular bed, right? It's not an inventory anymore. There are no comfort dolls anymore, but it uses the actual sleep system. Like I could do that, but I got to make a decision on that. One time I was going to learn coding and apply for the EverQuest team, but then reality set in. Wonder what programming language they use. The Millwright mod added red clay block spawn in world. I was just going to find some last night and make one of your braziers. Nice. Want to do some more transportable warming methods? Well, you can hop in a machine. While you're in a machine that's turned on, it warms you up. I put heaters in there. All right, so let's take a look at vice blocks. So all of those errors, dismiss. All those errors really come from these guys here and these guys, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks. So I need to figure this out. Got to figure this out. So brick chimney, blue, unlit north. Brick chimney. So that's the shape. Clay brick window. All right, let's go. Let's do this first. So, and I was already here. Block, clay, brick, irregular material. So that is not correct. Let's go into here. There we go. Now I can start navigating. Survival. Textures. I would like to use in-game textures if I could. Let's go to clay. Let's go to brick. Irregular. And what does it not like? Inner frame. So material. What am I calling material here? Material. Vice blocks. Blocks / clays. Which is this guy right here. So we have blue, brown, fire, and red. All right, so blue is not a thing anymore. Awesome. Cool. Brown is still there. Fire is not a thing anymore, but red is. That's bullshit. Come on, man. What type of clays are there? Clay. So we have blue, red, and fire. Oh, Jesus. Let's go to blue clay. What do you make? So, going to that. What is that? The cobblestone. Okay, raw blue clay brick. Fires into gray. So blue becomes gray now. Whoops. Gray. All right, so I can change that. Fire. I'll just get rid of it. Let me see what this does here. So I fireballed it in. We're gonna reload. Delicious. Dude, bricklayers is going to have a fix. Going to have to fix so much. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think a lot of us are gonna have to fix so much. So I got recipes that are having issues now, which would make sense. So those are my errors. We're just gonna pop them on the other side. Right, fix one thing at a time. That may have fixed all of the texture mapping issues. Yep. I got that and that. We got that chimney. Right, so we can open and close. Looks good. Yeah, we got those windows. The chimney. Oops. Turn it on. Let that start cooking. Cool. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Beep. I like it. Yeah, and you can throw items through your window. I made sure to make that. Let's make sure that these still frost over as well, because that takes another texture. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That should be good enough. So these will start ticking. There we go. So I got frost on my windows now. And we got snow piling up outside on the windowsill. Perfect. Perfect. Nice. Looking forward to starting out fresh once most of the mods are updated. Double check that the installation on them is still working. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's go to you know, pull up mud brick. Oh, come on, man. Don't tell me I misspelled it. Come on. Mud brick. I spelled it right the first time, I think. I'm questioning myself. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Glazed over. Looking good. So what's the best way to do this? What's the best way to do this? I think I figured it out once before. I don't remember. Wasn't it like putting the this isn't gonna look pretty, but putting the like a chest, or not a chest, but like a storage vessel in here, and making sure that like it was like sealed or something, or like what the speeds were, right? Because you got that. Right, so .08, .051, .08, .051, .0.051, .08, .051 is not changing. How do I check that? How do I check it? How am I checking it? Beautiful work, beautiful. I'm not drunk. I'm not as drunk as you think I am. Should make some world edit set pieces with vanilla blocks for testing things, maybe. Also check your chimneys as well. What am I checking the chimneys for? Well, the perishable speed should have changed, but it didn't change with like mud brick at all. We're talking about something like this, right? Put that in. All right, maybe I can't use mud brick. Come on, I am literally in a dirt hut. And the stored food perish speed isn't changing. I know for a fact that used to change. I know for a fact. Get a bunch of berries. Fresh for 4 days. Fresh for 40 days. That top part is not working. Not working. Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right, so 4 days to 40 days. I'd say that's pretty good. Let's break out. Let's go in our little home here. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. All right, 4 days, 40 days. Considered a sealed room. It should be considered a sealed room even with this open. Yep. Because technically I have this programmed as a full sealed block even when it's open. So you can role play, right? And another fun fact about this, I don't think people know, I have something when the window's open. It should help attract butterflies. It's considered this block as a butterfly feed. So butterflies should want to migrate towards your windowsill when it's open. Just saying. Little things I don't think anyone knows. So what am I checking the chimney for? That's so cute. Love it. Yeah. It's weird you couldn't use dirt or mud. Yeah. I mean, the chimney works. I mean, this is all the chimney does. You place the block down, you turn it on, and you walk away. that's not too bad. All right, so we need... What do we need? We got these errors, right? Because I just changed some things, so crafting recipes need to change. Grid recipe. Anything clay brick is gonna have to be changed. Even clay gravel, I think. You know what? Clay gravel's fine. Oh, so this is gonna be about the allowed variance here. Blue, brown. So it's not blue anymore, right? Burned brick. Let's take a look at burned bricks. Come on, don't tell me it's not called burned bricks anymore. No, burned brick dash fire. Okay. Burned brick black, burned brick brown, cream, gray. So that's the gray one. That would be the red. And then we had... Crap. Was it brown? What are the colors here? What kind of clays do we have? All right, let's just go here. I hate when things change. Brick. So there technically is a fire clay brick. I'm not even gonna worry about it because there wasn't a texture for it, so that's called something else. Gray. So that's from blue clay. Okay. Red is from red clay. Is the brown clay brick? Nope, that's not. Tan? Nope. Orange? Is it going to be the last one I click? Cream? I did brown already. Black? No. Fire? So it's considered fire clay. Raw brick fire. God, why is this so confusing? This is clay, damn it. Like this is clay, nothing more. Ay. Gray, brown, and red. That's the options you're gonna have. Gray, brown, and red. There we go. Jeez, man. Maybe I'll revisit this when it hasn't aggravated me. All right. Post all this in. About that variant. Save fireball. All right, let's see. I still have to make a decision on the bed here. I won't do it this stream. I'll figure it out. Honestly, what I'll probably do is just reset the bed. I'm going to disable the comfort dolls. I'm going to reevaluate it, but at least I'll have the bed in because I do like the model. That started right up, started up with no issues. Let's test. Look at that. Claystone. Yeah, that's right, because it uses my stuff here. I want the brick. Clay brick. I'm doing this the hardest way that I could be. Oh, we got to do the localization for the new block. Great. Let's do the localization. It's never anything easy. All right, localization. Let's just find wherever blue clay was. And we're just gonna say, yeah, if it's blue, make it gray. And then let's do capital. All right, here we go. Blue, make it gray. There we go. Save fireball. Dot reload language file. All right. Look at that. Bam, done. Now I could just do this, right? So that's correct. Whoops. That is also correct. Come on. Whoops, wrong thing. Yep. And that is right. All right, let's remove the comfort dolls. False. And now what I can do is, I think for the beds, where are my beds? Here we go. We have the metal and we have the wood. I'm going to copy this and paste it in. I'm going to comment it out. Do the same thing here. Comment it out. And then we are just going to do block bed and then block entity bed. That way my beds run off of the same system as the beds, which means it will work with other people's bed mods as well. I love your blocks mod. Yeah, it was my kitchen sink mod, my first official block, or my first official mod. You gotta figure out how things work, right? So that was perfect. Metal standard storage bed. Ooh, a lot of code issues coming up. Oof, Eek Murmadurkle, man. Oof, what is all this? No such registered class. Oh man, let me guess. The registry name is something dumb. Probably. Let's look at the game. Stupid game. Block types. Wood bed. Oh, yeah, it's just block bed, I guess. And then the block entity for bed is just called bed. Come on, man. Come on. Can we please? Can we please, like, oh, gonna kill me. Gonna kill me. Bed. There we go. Bed. This should be the last thing. And then this mod will be at least ready for 1.20. Gotta disable the comfort doll recipes. Let's do that right now. Recipe. Comfort doll. Boop, boop. Done. That's that one. And then the grass one. Done. Yep, and that was the only other issue. Now we will put down a bed, make sure that we can sleep, make sure that time passes. Next mod. Next mod. We'll do Mythic Legends next. So mod, we got to get that out, Vexes. We got to get that mod out. No errors coming up. Look at that. Nice bed. Bed. I'm sleeping. Yep. Using the base game sleep system. Can I still jump on the bed? Yep, I could still bounce on my bed. We are good to go. We are good to go. All right. I wonder if I could get away. So it's an entity behavior. Never mind. I'm like, the new inventory system that they put in, I wonder if I could apply that to blocks. I don't think I can. I think it's entity behavior specifically. Wow, did you see that? It went from like light to dark like that. I thought they fixed that. And I thought they fixed the red tint, right? Oh, you know what? They did. The red tint's for the sky. It's not all over anymore. Everything's like blue tint now. Awesome. Good. Okay, you know what? Good job. Good job, game. That's really cool. Oh, we got snow on top here in the chimney. Looking good. By speaking slimish there. Yeah. Comfort doll, you should turn it into a peace object. For decoration, maybe for some type of aura. Yeah, or I could, I think what I have to do with that is, instead of incorporating the health regen part from the sleep cycle, I would have to move that code to be like independent. You know, have like a listener to where, like, when you have that item in your hand, it will, and you're sleeping, it will then run it and not do it through my sleep system. Best bet in the game. I was gonna say that's intentional, I think. Yeah. Oh, you know, the other thing I need to fix is the sheets. Maybe we could do that fast, and then we'll move on to the next one. We'll move on to the wyverns or wyverns. You know, it seems like there's never one way to say any word. I know them as wyverns. That's how I've always known them as. So, oh, the bed sheet system though. Oh, I can't do that. We're gonna do something to get us over this issue. See, the problem is I need an inventory to hold the linen cloth so then I can pull, you know, the bed sheets on. Like, I need an inventory. But if I'm extending block bed, I can't extend block entity container. See, that's the problem here, which is why I made my own bed logic. That's unfortunate. So what I will do instead is the cloth, instead of having like the default cloth, we are going to where is it? Cloth. I'm gonna pull from a default linen cloth here. Trying to think how I want to do this. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. And let's navigate block cloth linen. And I'm gonna pick a static bed sheet that looks good. And then we'll call it there. What am I looking for? There we go. This is what I'm looking for. All right, so let's go back into survival. Let's go into textures, block, cloth, linen, and we could go normal or we could go white. Which one? Normal or white? I'm thinking white. Or plain. Plain or white? Or normal? I guess plain and normal are the same. Are they the same? I don't know. What's that? And that's plain. What's white? See, white's better. See, like the plain and the linen have like the little lines there. I think that may look weird, which is probably why I don't have anything here. White looks like it's been washed clean. Well, I mean, you should have clean, right? It should be clean. Let's check plain out. Let's see if plain does anything decent. Could look good. Little column A, little column B, plain. All right. So this is just going to be for the wood beds, which is what we have out. We are using the pine wood bed. I mean, yeah, maybe if it's fresh made. Yeah. You know what? That's the plain. Is that good, or should it be like blue or something, right? Like, Vexus, what's your favorite color? I'll use that color for the bed sheets. But you could have colored bed sheets. What would it be? See, I thought white was like blood red. All right, man. Well, there is no blood red. There's red. You know, we both have the same. Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I feel like red's too aggressive. You know what? I'm gonna look at white. I want to see what white looks like. It may be white. It may be white. There's already so much in this game where it's like, it's like Mad Max, right? Like it's already a junkyard world. Oh, it's nothing but ruins. There's nothing new. The least you could do is after an adventure to like go home to a bed that doesn't look like it's, you know, pee-pee stained, right? Look, see, that's the white. I think that looks good. It's gonna be white. There we go. Executive decisions. I just want to get to the wyverns. And I want to get to, yeah, pee-pee stained. Yeah, pee-pee stained. It's been hard to not curse. I've been working on it. And realize how much of a pirate I can be sometimes. Do 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 do. So if everything comes up good, this block mod will be good to go. What do you wash this in? Me? Love it. Let's check the metal beds as well. Let's use bismuth. Bismuth is one of my favorite metals in this game. Oh god, it looks so cool. I don't even know why. It just looks cool to me. That's the bismuth bed. Look at that, huh? And it's got the shine. It's got the metal shine. Oh, so freaking cool. The sad part is, because that kind of rendering is like for the entire block model, your sheets will shine as well. So your sheets are shiny. Not that I can, it's just how the game is. Nothing I can do. It's that or get rid of the shine. Look at that chimney smoke. Doesn't that look homey? You're nearing the cliff, right, to go to your home, and you see your smoke trail just over. Love it. All right, this mod's done. Quit. Let me just double check. Yep, looking good. No issues captured. Excellent. Let's slap a new revision on this. Next mod. You know what? We're gonna do 2.5. Bam. And we'll come up, rebuild. I kind of want to figure this out. Like, what's this package dependency bull crap? Like, why is this upset? Cake nougat. Like, what do I have to do to this? I have no idea. My magic mod doesn't have an issue, but apparently, like, every other mod I have does. I'll figure it out. All right. Boom. Mod done. Boom. Boom. Next mod. What do we got? Oh, Eldritch Monsters. I have that one too. Let's do Mythic Legends first. I think I already did stuff with Mythic Legends. Again, we're gonna rebuild. I just want to make sure that the wyverns like fly around, that they have some kind of brain still. We'll let them get aggressive towards me. Mythic Legends. Because you poured part of your damn soul into the magic mod, it fixed itself. Is that it? It's just nice to see some flying creatures. Yes, it is. Some awesome flying creatures. All right. Well, this is a really good thing here. Spot checking them. You know what? There is one thing we could do. You notice that they disappeared right there, right? They disappeared. I believe I'm running my own custom renderer here. I think. I'm not. It's okay. You know what? I don't need my own custom renderer to do what I want to do. Let me give me a couple seconds to think about this. You know, I need to have this over here. Let's open up. I have an idea. I know what I want to do. I know how to fix this. Pull up .NET Spy. This is what I need. And I need to go into Entity Agent, and I believe it is This was done in 1.19 or 1.20. Well, and then I'll dive down to eat some random adventure. Oh, it's just nice to see something flying. Was this done in 1.19? Well, I started with 1.19 with this one, but we are on 1.20. I've already done work on this one to get it up to 1.20. It's just now that we have the full release, I wanted to bring them back up just to make sure like the stable release or the .1 didn't break anything. But yeah, this is fully ready for 1.20. I don't want shape renderer. What I want is the entity, not entity player. I want entity agent. And I'm specifically looking for... no, you know what? It's not going to be entity agent. It's going to be entity. This is where it should be. What is that? Is creature false? Interesting. Whoa, what is that? That's new. Used by AI tasks for performance. When searching for nearby entities, we distinguish between A, creatures, and B, inanimate entities. Inanimate entities are items on the ground, projectiles, armor stands, rafts, falling blocks, etc. Interesting, interesting. Note 1, dead creatures' corpses count as a creature. Entity player is a creature, of course. Okay, so those will be true. Straw dumbing we count as a creature because weapons can target it and beasts can attack it. In contrast, armor stand we count as inanimate. Interesting. Okay, cool, cool. All right, but that's not what I was looking for. Material density, we're getting there. It's alive. Ladder fixed. Delta, interesting. I think I know the number. Look for 999. Okay, maybe. Is it here? That's revive. Okay, so if that's it, this is not what I wanted. Let's go into... Oh god, it's not in here, is it? So it's not in here. Okay. On my phone vibrate. What's going on? Why did my phone vibrate? Oh, okay. But no. Oh, okay. Apparently, snow's expected to end this afternoon. Okay, that's what it was. People don't talk to me on the phone. What is this? feel like the grouchy guy, right? Answering my door, and I'm offended that someone knocked on it. We don't want any. So it's not here either. What the hell? I'm specifically looking for render distance. The render distance. Where did I recently set that? The machines mod. All right, let's pull up the machines mod fast. Nope, that's Vice blocks. Hold on. ViesCraft machines. Beautiful. It was sent to me. I sent a text for shits and giggles. Oh, that's what it was. Did you tell me that the snow is stopping soon? Was that it? Okay, so we got that. Let's go to... Let me look at my custom shape renderer, make sure it's not in here. Okay, it's not in here. Machine complete. My god, did I stroke out? I remember looking at this and being like, yeah, I'm using that. I just don't remember where it is now. Weird. Is it in mountable? Material density, multiplier, render order. Here it is. Render range. This is what I wanted. Within what range to this player on render frame should be called? Oh, currently not used. F you, game. It was something with mountable stuff, and I'm like, the render range? Yeah, that's cool. You know what? Minimize. Take that. That's the biggest insult I can do right now to that mod. Set it on the shelf. Looks like I have to readjust the animations there. Yeah. Looks like these guys are not exactly happy. Let me see what it looks like with fresh ones. It could be something else. Yeah. So I think their idle animation will have to change. They're using the wrong idle animation right now, which is fine. I just wanted to make sure there were no errors in the mod. Texture asset, Mythic Legends textures, Wyvern Skin 1 not found. Defined and shape file. Oh, okay, so it looks like Wyvern male basic. There's a shape file tagged in that shape, or texture mapping in that shape. That's fine. That's fine. Let me see if I can fix this. There were 2 new commands. I think one of them had to do with something. You know, I'll deal with it later. Hold on. I'll fix it the way that I think it should be. Hold on. Let's take a look at debug information. We're going to turn that on, and we're going to take a look at these guys. There we go. So I can see what their animations are. So that's fly. So it's wandering. Come on, dude. You have nowhere to go. Okay, fly idle, running animation, none. So fly idle is not found for the active animation. Let's take a look at the shape. Oh man, do I have to manually tweak this? Hope not. Shapes, male basic. Ground fire. Oh no, did these change? I'm gonna have to like reconnect all the dots if that's the case. Try to land. Holy crap. Idle. Okay, so that's the idle interaction one. Let me start from like the top here and just minimize what I don't need. So there's idle, which is fine. We got walk, we got death, we got fly hurt, we got fly speed fly. Okay, we got fly idle. Okay. So there's fly idle, code fly idle. So this is an issue transitioning to AI task look around. Let's take a look at that AI task. AI task look around. So set new default animation, try to run this new animation, and then stop everything else. You know what? Let's do a failsafe there. Stop running fly idle. I think what I need to do, this sequence may have changed. I may have to start the new animation and then set the default. All right, so we got to wait for it to wake back up, right? Do its next thing. All right, so it's flying. On wander. I got to take a screenshot of that. Okay, mess up for me one more time. Perfect. So it's running the animation of fly instead of the... So active animation, fly idle, but it's running the fly animation. I guess that would make sense. Let me remove that. It's weird. It's almost like it doesn't understand what that is. Where is the creature? Here it is. This one right here. There we go. Spawn conditions. I need to look at the client side. So we got emotional states, repulse agents, behaviors. Here we go. Fly idle. Okay, so it's defined in here. So that's all fly aggro. Idle task. So that's the idle interaction. 1, 2, and 3. AI task wander. Okay, so AI task look around. I don't have anything in there. So I am specifically... Yeah, that is weird, huh? Is this Eldritch Monsters? Nope, this is another mod. This one just has wyverns in it. I wonder if there's an issue with this flying logic. Although it does stop all the other animations. Maybe I need to stop these other animations first and then run this one. Or at least have it maybe run... I'll have it run a couple times to try and catch it. This is on look around. Oh, hey, there we go. Oh, good. That one just descended down right into water. Watch, it's going to shoot right back up in 5 seconds. There we go. They do not get stuck in water. That one's trying to land in water again. That's pretty funny. Can you try and go idle again? Please and thank you. Oh, another thing I'm going to do to these, which you will all see soon. I'm gonna have custom collision boxes here, so their wings don't glitch through. Come on, man, stop wandering. Oh, you're being a jerk now, huh? I created you. There we go. There we go. So that fixed it. That fixed it. So it looks... Oh, idle. That did not fix it. Now it's doing something different. Look around. Look around. So it's this one right here. When am I triggering these animations? Start execute, continue execute. So I set that to false. So I'm triggering that here. I wish I knew what brain it had right now. Let me... Oh god, I have too many wyverns up. I gotta make a new world. And I'm gonna have to put a print statement in because I'm not sure if this thing it has its brain of like it should be flying or it should be on the ground. Nope, definitely flying brain. Look around, continue execute. So entity is currently flying. This should be working. Let's try to not set the default animation. I'm not sure what that's actually buying us here. And let me do a reload here, an overall reload. After this, we're going to go into the machine mod. I just want to see what this does. We'll watch these guys a little more. All right, so you're wandering. Okay. So the look around, it was still flapping wings. Oh, did you see that? It did it briefly, and then it killed that animation. So there's something with the animation system that's like overstepping its bounds a little bit. That's unfortunate. I'll have to figure this out. We'll figure it out. Not today though. I want to work on the machine mod, because I actually have a lot of work to do in that one. So I'll have to come back to this. This will be another stream. Another stream for another time. But the important part is it's ready for 1.20. There are no errors that have come up here except for that texture mapping one, which is no big deal. I don't like that it's... Yeah, task look around. Yeah, I just, yeah. Wait, start, run new animation. Animation manager, start animation. This should be, yeah, this should be fine. I have the code, I have the animation speed, I initialize it. And then I start the animation. And I'm continuously trying to start these animations. Start closing some of this stuff out. This one looks good. Unless there's something here. AI task, seek while flying. Wander, idle. Seek entity while flying, so that's aggro 2, animation fly. I don't remember why I'm doing this. Unless these are in different brains. Did I do something with that? No, I didn't. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this a little closer. Because that's the wander, which has the default animation of walk. Does this need a default animation? I wonder if this needs a default animation. Just something, right? I'm gonna have to reload this. All right, I'm gonna check this. We'll just kind of take a look at it. Go from there. Okay. If you're gonna fail, do it quickly, please. I wanna have fun with the machines. Yeah, wander. Now look around was fine that time. It was just a fluke. That guy's just idle. Okay, now it failed again. 0.5, 0.5. Is that this? Yep, that's that priority. So it's failing right here. A random look around. All right, good enough. I'll come back to it. ViesCraft machines. Next mod. Let's build everything and hop in. I think this is going to be the delete me world. I got some stuff in. You know, it's not the delete me world. I don't think. It's one of the other ones. I think it has VM in it, in the name. Yeah, it's not this world. There it is. No, that's VB. Cancel, force quit. Crap, which world is it? You know, it actually may be this world. Would you be okay with me slapping my Wendigo's head on top of the skeletal staff I sent you? Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I see it as an option, right? There we go. This is what I was working on. So I'm using the new mounting system. As you can see here, I have a makeshift thing here. You can put chests and crates and stuff in there. This is the position for it. You have a driver's seat that you can now see. You could sit in it. That's just error, yeah, because it's just on the edge of being able to charge. I have the counter motion and everything. We can actually fly up. We can move. Dismount is still control, which is bullcrap, but I guess that's what we're gonna have for now. I did something with with these guys here. If we're gonna fly back over. Feels pretty smooth, actually. What is the descend key? There we go. Made it shift. Boop. Right, so I could hop out. Let me grab this and... Whoops. Whoops. And let me... When to go ahead is elk, so shrug, why not, right? References. Show entity debug. So this is what I did. And I'm very proud of this. So right here, this is the collision boxes here. So the big red one is your selection box to deal with the machine itself. And I made it to where you could be far away from it, right? And you can access the inventory from further away. You had to be really close to it before. I enhanced that with the models. If you look, those two collision boxes, as you rotate around, so let's turn this back on, it will actually rotate and shift with you now. So it's no longer just a static huge square. And then if you look in the balloon, if we try and go up, that's a collision box as well now. So your balloon doesn't glitch through the ceiling anymore. Right? So if you do something like here, let's back up, let's go down just a little bit, right? Oh, let's go backwards. Right? So this is what you're doing, right? You're up top and you're like, oh no. And then you try to turn, you will start pushing yourself out. You don't glitch in anymore. How is that, huh? How do you like me now? So, and my ideas for this now are, I want to implement the big boy stuff, right? So the idea, everything's going to completely change. I have a document for this. Let me pull up the document, because I need to do a rewrite on this. New mounting system and the accessory system. Let me just show that off here, right? So we have these boxes. So right now this one's just up top. If you socket that in, right, you can actually just look at have your inventory. So I can use this new accessory mount system to put anything I want on these machines, and I want to make them kind of Lego-like. I want you to be able to put in here. I'll just open this up here. Hold on. Let me get that document. Final cruise down. Look at that. The rewrite document. So I want to make machines easier to get. I want you to unlock the basic machine in the Copper Age. And then there'll be upgrades that you can get, but be able to fly and use the machines earlier. Machine, like the whole type system changes, right? So the idea is you're going to have a chassis. And I've been playing with it here with like rollers. I want to make a small version of this, a little 3x3, and I want it to be like a tech pad, like a Jonas tech pad. And I want you to be able to put in a schematic of like, it's going to be this type of chassis, right? It's going to be the Scout. The Scout's going to be like a 0 slot. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it will be like this, where you have your driver's seat and then you have the back one, which could be like for a passenger, or, you know, like a, you know, just a extra inventory slot or whatever, right? But you build the chassis, and then that dictates the position of like the accessories. And then you'll have the temporal circuit, which I already have, but instead of the whole assembly, that's going to be your fuel efficiency, right? How fast is your machine? In the beginning, Copper Age, it's going to be a crappy temporal circuit. And then you can upgrade your machines to go faster, maneuver better, right? And then you'll have a movement kit, right? So, and think of all this stuff, like you'll have more of these collision boxes. So in the back, you'll have a collision box to put in your circuit. And then maybe, you know, on another part of this machine, that's where you'll put the movement kit. And the movement kit would do the whole transformation, right? Which would be this whole thing, right? You put the movement kit in, bam, now it's a flying machine of the Pioneer chassis, or whatever I call it, the Explorer chassis. So, and then for those, it's going to be, you know, like you'll have flying, you'll have the hover, you'll have the sea machines, and then you'll have the underwater, right? So that's going to be the kind of polymorphic system that I want to rewrite for this. I think, now that I'm thinking about it, it's going to be kind of like, I've got to come up with better names, but maybe this model is called the Explorer. And then the big model, right, where you're going to have like 8 slots, big Zeppelin kind of feel, or big boat, or big submarine, whatever I make this, right, whatever it's going to be, that one's going to be like maybe the Titan, or, you know, whatever that body frame is. And that's the idea for the new rewrite of this Machines mod. And of course, all of the multiplayer fix awesomeness that comes with it. Like this right here, this is just the chassis. I put a chest in there. I can open it up. That's the chest right there. I may go further, right? Pop that out. And then I could say, because like there are the seats. Whoops, did not mean to do that. I could make it to where like the box doesn't do anything till you put like the seat in, and then that allows you to sit. Just like in here, right? You can't actually sit in any of these until you put the seat part in, and then it sockets you in there. I may just have it default like to where you don't need a seat, like you could just, a player could sit in there. I don't know. But yeah, this is the goal here. This is, I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a work in progress, so I'm going to start small. The biggest thing I have to do is the fact that there's no darter, carrier, and hauler anymore. What am I going to do with the extra models like this, right? Because I need that slot to be able to have a player sit in there, or, you know, so unfortunately, some of this stuff is going to like go away. You know, like that whole assembly part is going to go away. I'll keep the back engine, but I need that empty space, and I need to set this in a way to where it looks like a chair, right? It looks like a seat back there. You know what? Let's do the carrier. There we go. Flying carrier machine. Oh, I can't. I don't have all of it done yet. Yeah, see, that's going to crash. Yeah, there's no array index for it. So we'll just close that out. More room for storage? Yeah. Oh, that'd be amazing. I thought you were going to say for like light starter side bit, but you're going to make like an air balloon. That'd be kind of cool. Make like an air balloon. Honestly, what I want to do is make ships, like space ships and stuff too, because I've been playing No Man's Sky. with the mounting system intact and like a basic frame saying like these are the mount points, I can make the model look any way I want. I would like to do for the bigger airships, I would like to do kind of like a Final Fantasy kind of, you know, because you look at those and it's like the big ship, right? And it's got the propellers moving and it just feels big, you know, like now it's not going to be like 50 by 50 blocks, right? This huge thing, because that's just dumb, but you know, within size, within that 8 by 8 like little size, right? Have the balloon bigger on top, maybe add some angles and some cool things to it. I can make you a space whale with sounds, right? It's a space whale. But the biggest hurdle I had to deal with here was actually using the new mounting system, right? And connecting all of those dots. That was the big thing. You know what? You know what? Just had an idea. Had an idea. Let's go back in the world. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to crash. I may have to temporarily make a new world. I have to revisit all of my models right now. So really, I only had everything set for the darter, flying darter for positioning, because I had to figure out how to even use the new accessory system. Wasn't that hard to do. Wasn't that hard. And there's certain things you have to do in the shape now. The shape's actually really important when it comes to mounts. All right, let's just pop that out. Let's put the darter back in. You notice something? Did you notice that the whole model had to be turned 90 degrees on its side? Because now with the new mounting system, apparently forward direction is completely different than the previous. That made me angry, actually. When that happened, I was very disgruntled. All right, shift right click. Oh, shift right click. There we go. Okay, so it still allows me to sit. So that didn't do anything. See, the problem is with the seat, you could still like sit on it, or you could attach something in. I kind of want it to be a one or the other thing, because I think it'd be cool to like make the seat. Like what I want you to do with this kind of system, right, of building, is I want you to be able to make machine parts. Right, you make machine parts like this many panels, this many, and then you assemble it. Not making a frame, throwing it, adding 3 kits, right? So I have to figure out, like, I want to break this down and like, yeah, you know, you're gonna have to add a seat, right? You're gonna have to add wood panels, right? You're gonna have to add, you know, however many frame kits, you know, you're gonna have to add circuitry for the systems, right? Maybe a couple pieces of glass, you know, things like that. Some rusty gears for the engine. And then eventually you build the big thing on your little building pad. Makes whale noises. Yeah. So that's all of my ideas for this mod. Oh, and of course the license plate will still be there. I love that license plate. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's the goal. That is the goal. That requires super late game, huh? What requires super late game? Also, does it just hover? Is there an ultimate battery, like an admin item with unlimited battery? Oh, so you're talking about the flying machine here. So it does just hover, right? So, well, I'm running into the top here. Let me just go over here, right? So as long as the machine is running, it will just hover in the air. If you dismount, like it has like it's burning so much time. After so long, I do a check to see, like, if you accidentally dismount, it will keep going until it reaches its interval to check to see if there's still a driver. When it detects that there is no driver, it should shut off and then come back down. See, I didn't have too many issues like this in my Minecraft version of this mod because, first of all, when you dismounted, the collision, you could stand on top of the machine. And I would just teleport you up top if I deemed you were in the air, and then you could just look back down and sit in there, right? See, and that was the interval. It wasn't going to stay up there for the full hour. I think it waits like once every minute. I do a check to see if there's a driver still. And if there isn't, I shut it off so you can serve fuel and you can get to a machine that's like, you know, 20,000 blocks high or whatever. What was your other thing? Yeah, okay, so yes, and it's not super late game. This is going to be this basic model you'll be able to make in the Copper Age. So it's not super late game. It's like you unlock copper, you can start making pieces to get this together. Now you're going to have like the slow version of it, and you will have to be in the higher tiers and more items and stuff to make, you know, the faster versions of this. But it should still be polymorphic. You should be able to have like the one machine. And for now, anyways, for now, like you should be able to change out the motion, or the movement kit, to change it to a flying machine or whatever it is. There is no ultimate battery. The battery is an internal thing. Actually, I think I started to make a physical battery. I thought I started to make a physical battery that you put in. Maybe not. You know what? I'm remembering it now. I did not. I did not do that. It's internal storage. And right now it can store about an hour. I could probably change that, but no, there's no admin battery or anything. Just because you're an admin doesn't mean your lunch is free here. It's still a machine. You put fuel in it. You can admin yourself fuel. Or you could just admin yourself what I did here with the creative rotor. This right here, like 15 charge every 4 seconds. You can just supercharge these. Claw out your eyes. Well, that's earlier than the Angel Belt. I have no idea what the Angel Belt is. The Angel Belt requires gold. Gold! Yeah, this one, it's more mechanical feel, right? Like, even though I do have like a display panel, I'm choosing, who knows, maybe there will be like some gold nuggets or something. Can you add big storage? Well, you can, in this version, this model, you'll have your driver's seat and you'll have like the other one where you can add a single, keep doing that, where you can add something like a chest and you get those chest slots. But later game, you'll be able to make a big version of this machine, and that you will have, you know, a bunch of storage slots. So not in the beginning, but you will be able to unlock the Titan. So yeah, but again, that's going to be late game, but you'll be able to make this early. How's all this sound? Does all this sound good? Does it sound fun? I was thinking about, for the movement speed stuff, I like the idea of not having a movement kit. So my idea is like you would have like the chassis, but it would be like a flying machine that you build from this system, right? So you would dedicate a flying machine. The reason why I want to do that is because it's going to give me more flexibility with this system right here. So I can put like little attachment points on the side of one model, like the flying machine. Like I could put an attachment point up here and allow you to mount something on the balloon part. That doesn't make sense when you are looking at the ground machine, which has nothing on top. There's a pretty big limitation on this system here when it comes to dynamically swapping the model, like I'm doing here. So like I would have to have basic, like, yep, you would have one thing here, one thing in the back seat. That's all you get, right? I cannot expand it anymore because, you know, the models overlap differently. What works on a flying machine isn't going to work in the sea machine, which is not going to work on the ground machine, which definitely won't work in the submarine. So this is one of those things where it's like, is it really that much of an inconvenience to just make one of each type, right? A flying machine, for example. You know, like, or do I limit myself now and say, yeah, you know what? There's always going to be a lantern here. You know, this model's always going to have just these 2 slots, and then it looks different around, right? You know, like there's not going to be anything else fancy. So I got to figure that part out. We need a floating platform, the ability to have a full base on it. Yeah, talk to Tyron about it. Talk to Tyron about it. If you do talk to him about it, make sure you try and upvote getting a dismount hotkey, please. It's criminal that we don't have one. But yeah, so what are we thinking? I'm looking for feedback here on this. How does it sound? Like, I guess the one thing of feedback that I would really like would be, should I sacrifice the movement kit system, right? And then merge that movement kit with the chassis, and then, you know, it's like, okay, well, you know, the basic model has 2 slots for fun, but, you know, because you pick the hot air balloon, you get like another slot to be able to display something up top here, right? But you can never polymorph this and change it, but you will have extra little flare stuff, right? You know, in the boat, right? The speedster boat, like maybe I'm a polymorph you. I don't know who that is. Guessing he's the dev. He's the main guy that's like the game. Like it's his game. Yeah. Yeah, right in the Vintage Story Discord. He's the one that makes the decisions, right? It's his game. Like the whole thing, it looks great. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, the whole thing looks great, but what I'm specifically asking is this whole polymorph, right? Like, do I have a system where you only ever have 2 slots, right? But then you could attach a little thing here to turn this into a flying machine, but it does nothing on its own. That's the other big thing. Remember, you'll make this and it doesn't move or doesn't do anything on its own, right? Or should you just jump right into making, yeah, you know what? I have the flying balloon schematics, so I'm going to make the flying machine the balloon, right? And then I have 1 slot, 2 slots, but then I have like another slot on the side here that holds something. I have a slot up on the balloon here that can hold something, right? So what are we thinking, huh? What are we thinking for this stuff? Do I sacrifice the polymorphic version to gain more ability through the rider accessories? And this is an example of what you could do, right? So this is a boat, but if you start looking around on things, look for boxes, right? So down here, right? So this right here is something that you can interact with and place something on, right? If we look here, you could place numerous things there, there. You have 2 seats in the back, right? I think there's something like if you put something in here. Oh, look at that. It's going up here. So I could put a lantern right here. There's something where I think you could place something at the bottom and you can mount like on top of this. So that's the kind of stuff that I can do with the rider accessory system. Look, this is another attachment point. Apparently, I have no idea what that item is, but you can attach something there. I don't know what that is. Kind of want to figure it out. Port. What is that? Prow. I mean, is there like a creatures? Fucking butterflies. I hate the butterflies in this game so much. So much. Terrible. The hell are these? Oh, villagers? NPCs? Real NPCs? What? Get out of here. No. No. Wait, why can't we look like this? Are you kidding me? Look at those eyes. Look, why can't I look like this? Look, she's got boobs. I mean, they can cut glass, but maybe she just needs a sweater. I don't know. Like, look at that. Why do I look like a lanky weird thing? And that's a person. I want to be that, please. It's cool, man. Lame. Stupid Seraphs. It may be a lead or a sail. Boobies. Well, we're making the flying machine bigger so you have more room. Well, no, the idea is I want small versions of the machines and I want large versions that you get more out of. The small version, you're going to be able to make early on, Copper Age. You'll be able to make something to start exploring the world with limited stuff. Then endgame stuff, right? Iron, steel. You'll be able to make the large chassis. It's going to take a lot more resources, but it will be able to do a lot more things. Hey! One of the new things! God, it looks weird. Like, just the way it moves, like it's falling and then like with it going up. Is it? Are these all supposed to be like glitching like they are? Wow, they just disappeared. That used to not happen. They used to stay. Weird. Which Twitch? Said right after I did, because we're Seraphs and they're humans. It's your friend, pet it. Yeah, it was. I know it was a temporal storm, but you know, the temporal storm, when it goes away, monsters don't instantly disappear. Well, I guess now they do. I wonder what that is. Port prow storage. I don't know what that. It like has. Okay, let's try and look again. Let's try and look one more time. I'm really curious about what that is. Aquatic. Huh, we have all this stuff, but nowhere to put it, huh? Come on, it wouldn't be clutter, would it? They wouldn't put it in clutter. I don't think it would be put in clutter. Decorative, maybe. Terrain, flora, mechanics? I don't see what this thing is. It's unfortunate. Tools? No, it wouldn't be a tool. Liquids, items. No, it wouldn't be an item either, I don't think. Whatever. Whatever. So, does the system seem good? I'm not rabbit holing myself. I'm thinking I would like to get rid of the polymorphic, like, I think it's cool that you could swap out, right, and turn this into anything else, but it does nothing on its own. That's my biggest issue with this. You make this chassis, and it literally sits there and does nothing on its own. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, why not just, if you want a flying machine, make a flying machine. You know, like, am I saving you from making, like, expending resources to actually having to make more than one of these machines? You know, like, is that really that much of an inconvenience? Do you ever go out to your lawnmower and be like, that's it, I'm gonna put this thing in and now it's a Porsche? You know what I mean? At what point does the suspension of disbelief end with a mod? You know? At what point? You're not, and it's great improvements. Perfect. So Vexus, you get to do the sole decision making here. Do I get rid of the polymorphic kind of, you know, like the default chassis does nothing, you have to put something in to turn it into a flying machine? Or should you just straight up from this put the flying machine schematic in and build a flying machine? Which one do you think should be how this works? I think putting the schematic makes it more involved. I think so, you know, I think so too. Like, I mean, I could put a schematic in for this, right? Like, it's just like building a flying machine, right? Building the ground machine, right? You have oceans and you don't want to use the regular raft or something. Build the sea machine. You want to explore the emptiness that is the ocean, that doesn't even have like this kelp or anything. Sure, go ahead, build the underwater machine, but build the specific machine for what you want to do. Yep. Okay, that does change things here. That makes things easier, actually, a little bit. So let's start with this. Mario. Bum 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 bum. Let's save everything. Close all tabs. So this right here, I need to branch this out. I'm gonna have to say like flying. You know, let's just do types. And then we will put flying in here. You know, I put in the Discord, I would have loved to turn this just into a flying machine mount mod. I would have loved to do that, but apparently it's not a popular opinion from the 3 to 4 people who gave me input. So far, it's not popular. There we go. Because, and I say that, and I will explain myself, right? Because this is the thing. I can, if I'm thinking something, I've already thought it out, and I have reasons why I came to that conclusion. With this new update, the mounting system and everything, we do not have anything that's remotely flying, right? Flying machine based. Big pull EQ. All right. So Odor's not. Odor, you're not going to be able to participate in this, I guess. Good luck. Don't die. Hopefully you have feign death. Or necromancer that could summon your corpse. Right? So it's a work in progress so far via Discord. Sweet. I'll look at that a little bit. But water machines. That's my biggest pet peeve, right? Water machines. We now have the primitive survival like raft, right? It's not a real mount, but still it allows you to traverse the water. We have the in-game raft, which is actually pretty cool now with the new slots, being able to like put a chest or something there, the little ore storage thing. Like the regular boat is pretty cool. We have the joy of sailing, that mod, with like using wind direction. You know what I mean? Like a lot of good work went into that mod. If you want a sailboat mod, that's your mod. The new update, right? Bringing in like the ships. The ship is really neat, right? Like you saw that big ship. Like you could put all these points on it. Like if two people could sit, dedicated seats. The other 8 slots, you could put seats in every one of them, and you can pilot another 8 people in that big boat. Or you could load it up with chests and get like 8 storage chests and put it in there. You know what I mean? Like there is there's a lot of water options. Ground machines. Ground machines, right? Or ground mounts, right? Ground mounts. You now have the elk. You can't tell me that in another future update, now that the elk is done, they do not add more ground entities to ride on, right? Feverstone Wilds, horses, donkeys, right? You know, like, you have a lot of mods, and then you have the library, the vehicle library, which the guys said that they are going to be pushing out an update, right, for 1.20. And then people can use the vehicle library to make their own ground mounts as well. Like, ground mounts seem like they're kind of covered, right? So, and one my thing of trying to be different was to, you know, for a machine, because machine, like having wheels kind of spinning in this kind of environment, it did not look right? So I had to turn it into a hover machine, which has its own pros and cons. Like, it's not that smooth of a machine, you know? So it's like, in order to get my C machine to be as good as like Joyous Sailing, it's going to take a lot of elbow grease. I don't have that much time. So like, what you get is going to be a watered down version of, you know, of a C, but you have other options, right? You have other water mount options. The elk, right? Like the elk, you could put all this stuff on. You got options there too. You don't have options for flying machines, which is what I wanted to originally focus on. The original version of this mod was nothing but flying machines, because that's what I wanted to do. And then we didn't have anything else, right? Like, at the time, right, Feverstone, like the horse mod was just coming out, right? Like, we didn't have anything. So that's when I'm like, oh, well, let me add ground mounts, right? Now, let me add the C machines. And when I added the C machines, that's when we got our first in-game raft. Like, basically, the raft came out a little before I was even fully done with the C machine. But the raft was basic, so the C machine's like, okay, this is kind of a better version of it because it goes faster. Doesn't have any extra bells and whistles. That's where my brain was at. And then, like, the underwater machines, right? Like, eventually, maybe we'll get oceans that have stuff in them. But it's kind of dumb to make something in a mod for a system that you're hoping the game will add eventually. You know, like, you're hoping for, that's not, you know, the underwater machines are like the last thing on my list of things to do. So I've thought all about this, right? I've thought about it. And I like the idea of just sticking with, because it's less work for me too, right? Just sticking with, you know what? Flying machines. That's what you get. You have airships, and I can repurpose, like, the ground machines. I can repurpose that to be like a hovercraft that you fly with. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thoughts. What do people think? I got some people watching this here. What do people think about the idea? Like, it's, you know, the C machines are never going to be as good as Joyous Sailing, right? Ground things, you know, it's never going to be like super fast, right? Because I still have to balance everything. Because if I make everything the same speed, what's the point of having the other stuff when you can literally just fly super fast from point A to point B, right? That's the whole reason why I made, and that's the main reason why I made the flying machines as slow as they are, and the C machines as fast as they are. I could easily make the flying machines as fast as the C machines right now. Easy. But then what's the point of putting all that extra work in if everyone only used flying machines because it's the best thing? So thoughts on this. What are we thinking? Fly fast? Well, you're never gonna fly at the fastest, you know, like with the other types of machines. I'm not gonna unbalance the mod. You're gonna have slower flying machines. Now, you'll be able to upgrade the speeds, but relatively speaking, the fastest flying machine is probably going to be the equivalent to the slowest ground machine. And the fastest ground machine is going to be equivalent to the slowest sea machine. Right? It's got to be balanced. It's got to be balanced. Being able to just fly up and over every obstacle ever. All right, what's the point of the other ones? You know, like what stops someone from being like, yeah, you know what? I don't want a sea machine because I can just load things up in the flying machine and fly over the ocean. You know, why bother with the ground machine? Because I can't skid on the water with it, right? Because it's not a sea machine, and I can't go over mountains with it, and I get stuck on some tall trees and stuff, so I still have to maneuver, right? So that's the thought. Let's go into here. Actually, let's go into here. Heat to motion. There we go. Vertical jump, forward speed. This forward speed. I'm just looking for something right now. Particle async. Speed multiplier. That's really what it is. There we go. Agreed. No point. Water. No point for water machines. Yeah, and that's kind of, you know, that's just what I'm thinking of too. Because this is the other thing, right? People, I got the magic mod. You realize that I can work on one mod at a time, and I tried to bring that up when people were like, "Oh, but I like the water." It's like, okay, you could like them, but just realize that it's not going to be as good as like Joy of Sailing, because they focused, right? They focused, so they could make those sails go up and down. They put the R&D and the elbow grease in to do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather make new spells, right? I can work on one mod at a time. I got 6 mods. I've got 6 mods. Plus, I'm helping other people with mods too. So, you know, there's only so much Vice that can, you know, so much. I'd rather focus. So that's personally me. But I mean, full disclosure, I did migrate the hover movement system and the water movement system in. It wasn't that big of a deal to do. All right. Well, I don't have them fully in. I have the code that I have to migrate in, but I have the code, right? As long as nothing dumb happens. But yeah, I'm like thinking of like all the flying machines that I could make. I think it'd be cool. So let's hop in this. Oop. So I didn't increase movement speed up or down, but I mean, see, it would be easy to make like flying machines faster. Like this is what you get, a faster overall flying machine if there are no other types. But then eventually, right, like there would be like a submarine would be a cool idea, but at the same time, if there's nothing ever to explore, you know, it's like, do I keep a broken, you know, a system that I'm not comfortable with for the fact that there may be something in the base game that comes out that becomes explorable? I make this even faster. The maneuvering is actually pretty smooth. You see this? Like you could fishtail? That's pretty cool. And I'm not noticing any rubber banding right now too. So I think it's actually, this is going to be really freaking smooth. You know, a good test of that for positional data, let me get a lantern out, let me turn off the lights, and let me start flying past these guys here, the mountains. Because you could tell if there's any desynchronization, the light won't really follow you. That's actually a really good test. lantern. Hey, you see that? The skids went up. How great is that? So let me okay, that's pretty good. Let's do a drive-by. Whoops. Yeah, like look at the ground. Oh, you have to ignore my my hitting this thing. Okay, that's pretty darn good. One more up top. Yeah. Synchronized. Mwah. It's beautiful. But look at the rocking. Love it. You know what I would love to do? Make it to where, like, when you turn, like, the whole thing kind of, like, turns a little bit, like, tilts a little bit, maybe. Like, the whole thing would, like, pivot. And I can add those animations. That's something I want to do. But then again, see, that's the other thing. It's like, okay, well, if I add that feature, I have to do it, like, 3 times over. And it's all going to be different depending on the machine type. So, Oder, it looks like you are for this just being a flying machine mod. I think that's what I'm ultimately getting. That's the vibe I'm getting. Whee! Sure. All right. It's a good vibe. Vexus, what do you think? Just, you know, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. If you like to see machines and ground machines, like I mean, the hovercraft is kind of cool. You know, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I like something that hovers. It's neat. And I'm only pointing it out because you both are the only ones talking. Other people don't want to use their voice. I could be persuaded on streams. Even if you don't add the other stuff right now, it's not something you can't add in later. Well, that's true. I mean, I could just spool off, you know, but it would cement not having a polymorphic, you know, system though, right? The movement kit wouldn't be part of this. You would make a dedicated flying machine. But adding that stuff in later, so this is the problem. I would have to nerf the speed of the flying machine. They could be listening, you never know. Ask Asterbrook. Why? I put something in. I think they may have said something. If they're not here, their voice doesn't count. Is that it? You're absent from school today. But I mean, I would have to go back in and readjust the speeds, right? Because if I put in the ground machine suddenly, well, the ground machine has a lot more hurdles and obstacles, right? You can't maneuver as well. So that machine, by default, to balance things out, should be faster, which means this machine suddenly has to have a major speed reduction across the board to help balance that stuff out. That's part of the decision to make right now, too. It's like, if I'm going to have more than just flying machines here, then, you know. I don't know. It's this decision, I'll let everyone know, this decision's the thing that's stopping me from actually doing real work in this mod. This is it. They're poo-poo.
It's not.
Okay. Well, everyone, I have to head out. Let me just read it. And if you just keep it with just flying machines, if you feel like it later, yeah. Kind of want to add more to the machines. Yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it all in mind. It was just I'm not making one decision or the other. So all right, everyone, let's find someone to raid fast. Let's find someone to raid. Vintage Story. Oh, we got a lot of people. A lot of people I don't know. Let's find a new random person. Let me look for any modding tags here. Anyone doing any mod stuff? Casual, vintage story, English. We can do Lord Zine. Perk cuss. We'll do perk cuss. Alright, everyone. Let's do /raid perk cuss. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I'm gonna be asking people in Discord. When I get onto Discord later, just try and get opinions. Kill myself so I could talk. Think focusing on flying will ultimately be better. Looking forward to the next stream. Yeah, I think for now, yeah, flying. Like, I'll build it in a way to where I could still have the ground machines and stuff in the back end. But maybe for now, just to get the mod out, I'll stick with flying. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one. Bye. Adios.